In the Far East, the Chinese have a bamboo tree. The seed is planted in the ground, and after watering and fertilizing it, it takes 5 years to rise above the surface. When it does, in a matter of 5 weeks, it grows to 90 feet tall. Now the question really is this: does the bamboo tree grow 50 feet or 90 feet in 5 years or in 5 weeks? Well, the answer is pretty simple. It grows 90 feet tall in 5 years because at any point in time, if you stop watering and fertilizing the seed, it would have died in the ground. At DIVA, we nurture the bamboo trees in the ladies who are with us and are able to make that bamboo tree rise in less than 5 days. Today we've done a little departure. This isn't about or necessarily about finalists or winners. This is a show which is purely one-on-one, where the aim is to uncover the bamboo tree within you. And let's get candid with Karl. On Candid with Karl, I'm privileged to have Anita Majoo. Anita was the runner-up at our recent Mrs. India. Anita, how does a title of Mrs. India sit with you?
Surely the title is sitting really well, sir. And I'm living each and every moment of my glory ever since the 23rd of June. It's been a quarter now, and I feel it's still the same day that I won the pageant, and it still seems so fresh. And you sitting in front of me right now as I speak to you, I still feel that I'm living each and every moment of that journey.
Wonderful, I'm wonderful. Let me take you a little back in time. You passed out from a school called Walsingham in Bombay, or Mumbai it is now known. Is there something specific that Walsingham taught you?
So, sir, besides having gone to a very good school, the one thing I learned in my school was the spirit of a sports person. I was very good in athletics, and
Oh, athletics.
yes.
So compared to PC Usha,
Well, not really, but yeah, I mean, I was very much interested in sports, and one thing that sports really taught me was that winning and losing are two parts of the same coin, and you must always embrace either, because life will always give you ups and downs, but how we take that in our stride and how gracefully we move forward, that is something that I learned from my school.
I remember when you talk of ups and downs, there's something I wrote during the lockdown which says life should never get you down, whether or not there's a lockdown.
Oh, yeah, that sounds...
So again with this never say die, is there something specific later on in life that you feel you were able to conquer with this attitude?
Sir, there was a very challenging phase in my life, not so long ago, where I was in a emotionally devastating relationship.
Oh, that's so sad. Yeah.
It went on for several years.
Would you like to share some little bit about it, or?
So the worst feeling a woman can ever encounter is the feeling of being cheated
Right.
for another woman.
Right.
And I'm not saying that doesn't happen or it's something new, but for the woman who's experiencing it and who's never imagined it, it's definitely new for her. So when I got to know eventually that the person was cheating on me for somebody who I couldn't have even imagined in my wildest of dreams, was a huge setback for me. Not only in terms of my confidence, but my entire world shook apart. I was hopelessly aimless about what I wanted to do from then on, because you don't know how your life is going to turn out to be post that.
Right.
And especially when you've gone through a situation when you are made to feel loved, you are made to feel pampered, you are made to feel appreciated, and you're made to feel like you're the most beautiful woman in the world.
Right.
That world just keeps, goes crumbling down.
Right.
And you face the harsh reality of what is in front of you. So I had to pick up myself from that stage to where I am right now.
Truly sad. I know there's a brilliant line which says, sometimes the greatest motivation is rejection. And Anita, I'm really grateful for you, or grateful to you, for sharing this, because a lot of people in life feel rejected at various points, not necessarily through a bad relationship, but for various other factors. And I'm sure this would give them a massive boost. On to something brighter. Is there a reason why you chose DIVA Pageants in your journey of pageantry?
So honestly, DIVA Pageants was the last thing on my mind and in my radar.
Right.
No, I mean, jokes aside, but it was a lazy Saturday afternoon. And on the brighter side of getting married,
I believe you're in a very healthy relationship right now.
Absolutely, sir. And that's why I'm sitting here in front of you.
Wonderful.
So, so I was wondering if Mrs. India is actually happening anywhere in the country. And I thought, why not? Like, let me just give it a shot, since I've been wanting to pursue it ever since I saw this dream of wanting to be on the runway and be on the ramp and being in this industry. I looked around, and that's when, after stifling through a lot of pageants, DIVA was something that I really wanted to pursue, because the line of DIVA really captured the essence of what I wanted to do, and that was dare, dream, and dazzle.
Wow. Wow.
So that actually embraced the entire philosophy of what I wanted to do in my life, and hence I chose DIVA.
Wonderful. In fact, my wife and me are so proud today, Anita, that like you, we have over 650 queens from the time that we started. But going forward, DIVA, your journey started with an introduction. And I'm happy to have had a hand in it. Would you like to share the introduction with us?
So how can I not forget it? It is a memory for life in my memory. So definitely, elegance is the only beauty that never fades. Tonight, I'm here to put my competitors in the shade. Good evening, everyone. This is Anita Majoo from the City of Dreams, Mumbai. Having worked in the corporate sector for more than 20 years, I'm now homemaker to dispel any fears. Singing and dancing fascinates me, and being a part of this pageant excites me. In the words of Lily Tomlin, I always knew I wanted to be a somebody, but today I realize I wish I was more specific. And this stage and being on Candid with Karl has made me believe I am terrific.
Long may that continue, Anita, long may that continue.
Thank you.
And you have put many competitors on the shelf with your stunning victory, which I hope will continue in life, because one of the adages that I share with everyone is, don't seek a crown or don't seek to win a title, seek to win at life. And I think you epitomize this conquest, because you shared with us about a rather unfortunate relationship which you've arisen like the phoenix from. Anita, you have a crown on your head and you have several people looking at you. What are the opportunities that you've received post winning this crown?
So I would say, firstly, obviously, I'm very grateful that DIVA gave me this opportunity, because had I not got this opportunity, I wouldn't be telling you what I've achieved in this first quarter.
Right.
I've been approached by a brand called the IBB Chronicles. I'm walking the runway for them.
Oh, super.
Yes.
Right.
In October at St. Regis in Mumbai.
Right.
They're a very big media house.
Oh, that's just around the corner.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the lady, Miss Archana Jain, Miss Archana Jain, who's organizing this. So I'll be having the opportunity to walk the runway, and that's one very big thing that's happening for me. The second thing that's also, which is already on my Instagram is I've been honored to be a jury for a very special cause for a fashion show, which is called the Inclusivity Fashion Show, organized by Meena. she's the only lady in the country who organizes a fashion show for people from all walks of life, whether they are a Miss, Mrs., or whether they are specially able people, whether they are people like who are dwarfs, people who.
Oh,
yeah.
that's really interesting.
And which is why it's called an inclusive fashion show. So I'll be honored to be a part of that jury. So which is why I'm saying, sir, that this thing has opened up a lot of, DIVA has opened up a lot of opportunities for me. And
I'm just hoping the next time we want you as jury, you have the time for us.
Anytime, sir. So, sir, there was something that I also wanted to ask you.
Sure.
While everybody else on the jury who was judging Mrs. India season 5 2024 saw me as a winner, sir, did you really see me as a winner?
Well, now you're forcing me to get really, really candid.
But sir, that's what this show is all about.
Okay, so let me answer you this way. I have always had an affinity for tall, good-looking, attractive women. When they are married with articulation, they get a vote always in my book.
Oh, sir, I'm so honored. Thank you.
Welcome.
I got my answer.
So here's something for you, Anita. In the creative, Candid with Karl, there is something that is the essence of the show. It's called Take a Stand, Enhance Your Brand. How do you wish to enhance brand, Anita?
Being on this show, which is the very first time for me, of course I've taken a stand and I'm sitting here in front of you. It's definitely going to enhance not only my brand, but also for all the people who are watching me to know who I am, to know my journey, and that itself is a huge enhancement to my career opportunities ahead.
I think you've articulated it so beautifully, because when I conceptualized this show, it was to give viewers an insight into who we really are. See, at a pageant, normally you're so caught up with practice, ramp walk, introductions, question and answers, that sometimes the essence of you doesn't come out. What I hoped to discover in a show like this was who the real Anita Majoo is. And I think you've articulated it very beautifully.
Thank you, sir.
Going forward, is there something specific now that you have a crown, now that you have a title, hopefully you'll shortly have a Buckingham Palace. But as we go forward, is there something specific now, any goals or desires that you have that are as yet unfulfilled?
Of course, sir. I want to be India's runway model and do as many runway shows that I can.
Wow.
Until I can. So that's been my evergreen dream, and I'm very confident that now with this crown sitting on my head, I'm just going to be roaring.
Wonderful. While you're looking at modeling, do you have any aspiration for films?
So I've never, honestly, to be very honest, I've never given it a thought. But like they say, life is full of surprises. And if you surprise yourself more often than once, maybe you'll be delighted.
Wonderful. Because I know there is a line which goes, the world is not changed by your opinion.
Right.
It's truly transformed by your example.
Absolutely.
And what you today epitomize is somebody who's attractive and articulate, who's now looking to reach even further for the stars. And I wish you the very best of luck, Anita. As we go forward, and you shared your introduction, I have written a book called Beginning is Everything, which is what I truly believe. I truly believe that a beginning like this one is the start of something great, something fantabulous, something which is all-encompassing. And as we part, and let me tell you, it's been fascinating speaking with you.
Same.
And learning
It's been a pleasure.
even more insights that I knew. I'd like to end this session with a gift. this book that I wrote called Beginning is Everything.
Right, sir.
I'm going to autograph it for you and present it to you. And may every beginning you have from here on in be fabulous.
So, sir, like I said, life is full of surprises. I didn't win this at the pageant, and so I get it here.
So this is my way, my example of winning at life.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Long may that continue. And
Thank
fabulous
you.
being with you.
Pleasure, sir.
Super session.
Thank you.
And the best of everything as you go forward.
I wish
Cheers.
you the same, sir. Thank you.
Cheers.